It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer collaborated between Brewdog and Tool up in Ellon in Scotland at Brewdog's brewery, and it's a bottle of their hardcore Mælk. It's an Imperial Black Milk India Pale Ale aged in Scotch oak barrels. Doesn't that sound kind of trippy and funky and weird, but very good? Yes, it does. There's the grey Brewdog bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I had the original Tool Mælk, which was just an unbelievable Imperial whiskey aged milk stout, and I think that was about 10% ABV. Brewdog have added, it looks like Brewdog have added the India Pale Ale kind of thought to this beer. That's their kind of contribution. Let's see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass. There we go. I'm expecting a big glug. I'm expecting a big head to produce, and look at this. Doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? A lovely looking Imperial stout then. It's a 3-finger tan coloured head. The beer is jet black. Look at the quality on that. Nice levels of carbonation. I think you could just see there on the side. A little bit of carbonation there, fizzing away to itself. Fizzing away. Let's get the aroma on this jet black beer then. Yeah, and it smells just mesmerising, to be honest. Absolutely mesmerising. Picking up cocoa with a mixture of black pepper. Lots of, like, if this is even possible, tar-like caramel. As if you put your hand in a barrel of tar consistency, big thick gloopy caramel, and you kind of stuck it to your nose. It's that kind of type of big thick aroma. Sweet, chocolatey, malty. A little bit of that. It smells a little bit like peated whiskey. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, I think I'm right on the... Am I? It must be a slightly peaty whiskey. It's a definite strange kind of smokiness coming through, like a peated whiskey smoke. One of my concerns, and I'm going to be honest, the Tool Mælk was, I think, my 2013 beer of the year. It was absolutely magnificent. I even took a bottle to... Where did I take a bottle? I can't remember now. But I shared a bottle with Peter, the Master of Hoppers, that's it, in Cardiff, and it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. But my fear was that the reason why I thought this beer was so amazing, so good, was the mouthfeel was just, it was like treacle. It was just so thick and gloopy and gorgeous. That, I don't know, maybe, I don't know why, maybe it wasn't going to retain that same sort of thickness in the mouthfeel. It does, it does. It still is essentially the same beer. It's hoppy. Now, I don't tend to read up on blogs, and I don't tend to look at rate beer that much. But for me, if I was going to have a guess at this, you've got to ask the question, what is Brewdog's input? And it is that IPA flavour, taste, hoppiness in the background of this beer. And it's obviously being called hardcore Mælk. It's more, I was going to say, if I was going to take a stab in the dark at this and guess at this, it's going to be their hardcore IPA mixed in with the Mælk. That would be the kind of obvious one. Knowing Brewdog, I'm not, you know, you can't really say for sure. I'd say I was about 90% right, but yeah, it's probably their hardcore IPA mixed with Tool Mælk. Does it work? Has it improved the beer? Is it a better beer than before? Slightly controversially, no, it's not. It's not. If you were to give me two choices, number one being the original beer, Tool Hardcore Mælk. Sorry, beg my pardon. Tool Mælk. It's a yellow label beer, and the second choice being the Hardcore Mælk, then I would completely scrap the idea of blending it with Brewdog's hardcore IPA. The beer was perfect on its own. It was a fantastic, you'd get that lovely, big, thick, creamy chocolate coffee caramel, milky, creamy, lovely, fantastic mouthfeel, taste and feel to the beer. A little touch of whiskey in there. But with this, the IPA part, it just doesn't scream that it needs to be there. It's not adding anything to the beer. I understand why the folks at Tool and why the folks at Brewdog want to do this type of thing. There's an awful lot of collaborations going on these days. But I just feel this one is not needed. I just feel the original beer was just fine on its own. I'm going to rate it. I'm going to give it a high rating. It's still a damn good beer. I'm not saying it's not. I gave the original beer a 10 out of 10. It was just phenomenal. This, I'm going to take it down to an 8. 8 out of 10. Two marks off. You might be thinking right now that it's a little bit harsh, but I don't see the point. The beer was perfect. It was a perfect beer. It's like they dumped a crap load of hops in the beer just to go, oh, American hops, you know, American hops. Again, don't get me wrong, I am the biggest fan of American IPA. I'm the biggest fan of American Pale Ales and American Barley Wines. I absolutely adore them. But when something's perfect, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. 8 out of 10 then. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Cheers.